Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good whatever. We're back with my favorite tournament series. More mix. I don't know why. I mean it's a good tournament. I'm just dumb. Yeah, playing SamE. We're in some sort of middle phase. I say this every video, and I'm gonna say it every video until the conclusion of the tournament. I have no idea how the format of this tournament works. I don't understand if I'm still in contention to technically win it all. I think I'm not. I think I'm like in at second tier or something. But anyway, obviously we're still playing extremely good people. So it's not really maybe too different of being in the tier above. I don't really know. I don't understand it. But we should look at the board. So we got Expedition, there's Mill, they open Goat Herd. There's not a lot of... You could do Diplomat stuff actually pretty easily. And maybe you should just do that and not fool around with stables too much. You could have some of both, to be honest. It's not really mutually exclusive. But this is pretty standard, I guess, just drawn weakish payload, but you can get money and buys from various components quite easily. It's not really clear why, like opening Mill doesn't do so much because you don't care too badly about buying fives. I guess if you open it with a Goat Herd, you can still pair it and hit 4. Well, no, you wouldn't actually hit 4, but anyway. So unclear to me. I guess I'm gonna follow. So I don't hit the draw on the Goat Herd. Which is fine. Beginning Faithful Hound, I kind of think that that's just a little bit worse than Diplomat stuff. I mean, it'll be competitive, I think, if you muck around with Faithful Hound and stables. It's just maybe not as exciting to me. We're gonna need either like a second Goat Herd or a Candlestick Maker here. I'm gonna get the second Goat Herd. Okay, so they draw, but I'll draw. The Diplomat will activate. Is nice. They're buying stables still, which I think I still would like to just eschew. Scepter is kind of interesting if you have a horse traders. You can play it at the end to replay your horse traders, which is pretty cute. $3 buy treasures is pretty nice. So that's something to like think about going for later on. They're gonna need to add buy here too. I mean, I need buy, and Sam's gonna need buy. And just another stables, I think is. I'm not sure. That's a little like the third stables is a little To me, it feels like you do some sort of payload. I don't, you know. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, it's fine to just like keep playing your goat herd, I guess. That's not unreasonable. Just not maybe the most exciting thing in the world. Now I need either a candlestick maker or a horse traders, I guess. Feels like the candlestick maker is probably... Well, I mean, it could be the horse traders as well. We'll try the horse traders. We didn't draw... we didn't draw our goat herd in this hand, which is super unfortunate. But nothing to be done about it. Like, surely here they add payload or buy specifically. Like, they just have to. Again, that turn was pretty good, but it could have been a little bit better if I had found this goat herd. Well, either one, really, but we'll survive. I mean, it was sufficiently good that it... Okay, well, they didn't play goat herd here, which is unfortunate. Good for me that I didn't that I muled it and didn't trash. Pure skill. There's something to be said for not trashing like the last estate if you're just gonna discard stuff eventually. I mean, I'm not playing with... Just as a for instance, I'm not playing with... Well, now the activation doesn't matter. I don't have that many terminals left. It would be nice to draw the scepter. That's pretty unfortunate, actually. But what can you do? These draws have been dumb. I mean, I'm totally pretty much clean. The Scepter Bomb deck is rough. I mean, it cost me like at least a coffer. I probably could have gone like double CSM, whatever. I guess the good thing here is that I don't know if the goat herd draw meant a whole lot for them there. Maybe it did. But I'm just stuck. This is just terrible, kind of. I still can't really follow on province. I didn't get... I mean, we're gonna need them to sort of dud eventually. Not that that's really terribly likely. It's not like I have a whole lot. I mean, I don't. I simply don't. I don't have like extra payload. Then go province stables, presumably. I mean, they could dud for sure. They play the goat herd. They did not. Again, we're beyond the. I guess we're beyond the point where the actions really mean anything. Like another. I'm still not producing at all, and any sort of. I'm just not making any money. The CSM stuff. I mean, I have to play for a really long game here at this stage, unfortunately. Probably ought to have trashed one there, but they sort of dud. That's unfortunate that they remember Way of the Meal. A little bit unfortunate. Then buy a scepter. Okay. They're copying me. That's a joke. I mean, I could just mule the mill. And now we don't have to worry about the actions, really. I would have liked to trash there. I do actually need to trash, but this doesn't matter. I mean, there are a few different orders that I can play stuff there, but it doesn't matter. This still doesn't run as smooth as one would hope. Wait, did they trash? No. It just never runs the way I'm wanting it to. Unfortunately. Did they find the scepter too? Well, at least it's not double, I guess. Probably another province from them is pretty much lights out, but if they miss, I mean, if their next turn is like a full dud, I might get kind of close. But they probably can just double expedition, actually. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I think I'm actually not like that far off from them. I think if a couple of the shuffles had gone just a little bit differently, but this is like sort of secretly a golden deck. It's not remotely a golden deck, but my dream of it was that it was secretly a golden deck. I don't know what the last card is. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is all the diplomats. This is all the it's the estate. Yeah. So, I mean, we should probably draw it, but. And then maybe Sam has enough to double. I mean, if Sam doubles, I'll just resign. I think single I can play another turn, but even single they can do the same thing that they did before. They can go. It's a lot more than they can. I mean, duchy is fine, but they can also expedition. Duchy is like practical half VP here. I think it actually. It may not literally be half VP. Like, what are we at? 21, 33, 11. So there's still 44 points left. So it's not half VP. So I guess the expedition makes sense. I'm gonna have to start buying the mills, I suppose. What do I don't really want to discard. How many more? I do need to get down one size though. It'd be kind of nice to trash the other copper. I guess I'll just mule. I probably should have muled the other one just right off, but now the actions don't matter so much. What do well, I guess the mills are just sort of worse. They cost more. I can just buy use no coffers. I mean, part of my issue is I need to use some of these things because I got to use the buys because I need almost all of it. So that's part of the problem. There are like a number of problems. It's pretty hard for Sam not to have 8 just feel like Way of the Mule stuff, actually. Amongst other things, of course. Like, I'm sure they already have 8 in hand. Plus more. You got double. I do think... Yeah, I feel like 2 turns go a little nicer. I might get close enough. The thing I need to be in position for is that when it goes to 4 provinces, I need to have enough coffers to be able to quad and duchy or whatever it is I need to pass them. Now that's quite a bit of money, so it's not clear that I can get there in time. But I feel like I maybe could have. I don't know. I don't know how much the turns where I kind of pseudo dudded. They weren't all like full duds, so totally sure that they would have made the difference. Sort of interesting to have the kind of the 2 different decks going on there. I don't know what he wants 1 sec for. I mean, I mean, if it's like a BRB, that makes, you know, perfect. I guess just was like, I meant more like I didn't know. 1 sec can have other meanings than a BRB. I assume it was just a BRB though. I mean, how far away? I was like at 20 something when the quad came down, or when I needed to have the quad, and I probably needed. I mean, the issue was I was also like a mil behind at that point. I probably should not have trashed. I'd have to go back and look at the money on the turns, but I maybe shouldn't have trashed any estates. Or maybe just 1. They had 2 mills. No, they had like, I had a mill. Well, by the end I had a couple. I can't remember. They had 2 or 3 mills, and I think they had trashed all their estates. There's maybe a chance I could have been in position for tying. I mean, of course, they could have also just like drawn a little worse. They found stables at the top of shuffles for a while. They had a couple of bad ones in the middle. But some of the bad ones were like still buying province, so that's not really sufficiently bad. At least one of the bad ones was still a province buy. mean, I guess I do Vagrant. I don't know. I mean, certainly Vagrant. I suppose I'll pair it with Replace. That seems reasonable, though. Obviously, there are other things here that are perfectly reasonable to purchase as well. I mean, in some sense, Salvager might be a little bit nicer. The Village stuff here is a bit of a problem. Maybe problem's not the word, but a little awkward. Certainly you can make it all work. But buy is pretty nice. This will be some kind of board, I suppose. If I think the other estate is in here, then this is potentially really nice. I guess I knew the Vagrant was possibly in there. So there was a shot. I mean, we had 50-50 of like a super draw here, where we also get to punish the not punish, but we also get to kill another estate, and that would have been pretty wild. Almost activate. We have a Vagrant in here. We'd be really loving it. Really loving life. I do need to get to do you need to probably, I mean, I need to buy innovation at some point. This is a bit weird. This is probably wrong, actually, but would have been killer. I think there's even another cantrip down in here, but they'll probably buy innovation, and they just get a hunting party. Okay, this isn't quite what I want. I was gonna say, but it does get an activation, which is cool. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Here's how I want to do this. There's like a... Never mind. There's not. Okay, okay. Very good. I should be pretty ahead here. I don't really know what Sam has, but I don't think it currently compares to what I have. I'm gonna get a peddler for sure. I'm trying to think if I want Another Fiatum. I maybe just muck around with catacomb stuff, which is a little more robust to dudding. I mean, like I can play the catacombs if I have to, but I can also trash it and gain stuff. I mean, I can also use the catacombs to get a Fiatum, potentially. How do I sort of think I do want additional Fiatum, though. We'll try and do it and also it would be probably nice just to trash more coppers. I'm trying to think how I make this work, though. I mean, there's not any really, I mean, like I said, the catacombs a little more. We're gonna try the catacombs. It's a little bit wackier. This is sad. I mean, this is sad for Sam too, but the sort of, at least a little bit sad thing for me right now is that I would sort of like to I could, well, it's no guarantee I would get an activation, actually. That's a bit of a problem. There's like a menagerie in here. What is the menagerie with? I don't know. Okay. I'm trying to think if I do a salager. I think this hunting party just won't draw anything. Yeah. Which is okay. I mean, the menagerie activates. That was the Dark Ages. We've rolled a prosperity for our next one. Gonna be I mean, full is not unreasonable. I can buy full too, just so we have fun. I'm pretty nice, earth nice. This is a nice boon. I mean, on top, normally, I mean, sometimes magpie hitting copper, this starts bad, but here it probably works out all fine. They cycle pretty far, they trash an estate, and they still gain a magpie. So, and then they can buy whatever, I don't know, buy pageant maybe or something. Or even another magpie. Yeah, like that was like a crazy good turn actually. I don't know what we do here. I mean, I kind of expect eventually that people will take crypts. Fortunately, Sam didn't draw the magpies this turn, otherwise it could have possibly gotten quite ugly. I'm really pretty okay with all this stuff missing. Colony does kind of make pageant look quite a bit more appealing, I think. I don't know if that actually matters so much, but this time Sam gets the econ. My boons were pretty okay too, actually. They again, it was like, let me trigger a shuffle, so that was all pretty good. I wasn't unhappy. I kind of expect an idol for Sam there. Or you could go up and double magpie, I suppose, but I am hitting the magpies, which is nice. We will need to take crypt some point, I think. I guess it's not totally clear that crypt is better than just like another idol. You have good shot at putting quite a few aside, but and Sam also got a Settlers out of there. And gets Forest Gift again, and we'll have enough money to use it. So Sam is getting the better end of the boons. Might have been okay though, but certainly Sam is getting a little more power out of him, I think. My upside right now is that I still have a good number of magpies because I've had quite a few hits. This Field's Gift won't really matter. The cursing seems like it'll be pretty annoying though, so I'm okay with just doing more idols. Getting good trash though. Alright, I'm gonna try the crypt on this shuffle. We'll see how it goes. Here Sam's getting the magpies. And Sam got a crypt here, yeah. This is quite a combo as far as I mean the likelihood of drawing these is kind of wild. I can just put the magpie around the back, right? I don't have to. I can just put the magpie around here. So this is a pretty good crypt. I mean, it's better than a pretty good crypt. It was a very, very good crypt, and it was because of Fool. Now these boons are less appealing. I mean, like the Earth now. I mean, I guess you can get probably has the money that it's okay to just get the last magpie with Earth or Settlers or something, but without knowing exactly what they have, it's a little less clear. I guess if we empty the idols and the curses, I'll win. If we never score any more points. Ooh, I don't know what I have in hand here. But probably just try the crypt. It may be kind of bad. Well, there's we get to see the full set of, there's like an estate. There are some magpies though, so we'll try the crypt. That feels, I wonder how long we go on these idols versus let's try and get a, get a platinum or just a colony for that matter. Because I've passed up colony like multiple times to buy other stuff, and it's not clear to me that the idols, make the grade as far as relative to like a platinum. Because still, I mean, if you buy colonies here, you're still in great shape. Even if you lose the curse split, if you have like a big colony lead, it's huge. Got another great one. I guess we'll play the Fool. Got another really good. Ripped. This kind of spiraled out, and I'm not sure why. Like, I guess my crypts have just been like, oh my gosh, that's a nightmare. I guess it was just that my crypts were just like a million times better than Sam's, which was just off the back of, I mean, just luck, basically. We already have... Yeah. I mean... I can trash this copper and still have... I want to have 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so no, I would rather get the copper than lose the copper. Now one of the idols may give me money, but... Yeah, I mean that crypt difference there is that I don't think they can win from there. I mean, eventually, and it's not even clear I'll end up with more of the curses, though I should probably. I mean, I've already given like quite a few, so this time I could do the silvers and wait until there's a... I may draw an idol, but... It's just really... I mean, I'm gonna pull $3 and then $2 off. There's the double curse turn. But 5 coffers is so many, and I still have the platinum. I do wonder a bit about whether I could have gotten platinum earlier, and platinum is, of course, crazy good here. Now the crypt is pointless. So I just discarded it. I mean, I'll have even if I don't get any more money off this already. I don't think I even had to play any of the actions, but... Alright. Yeah, that was really very disparate crypt outcomes. And it's not really something you have. I mean, there's some timing stuff as far as controlling things, but I don't think that was anything that happened there. I think it was just I got a better draw. I guess I can update the scoreboard. My video scoreboard is like the least maintained thing of all time. Alright, so we have Renaissance, we need Piazza and Fleet. We didn't get an Academy, which would have been the thing to make this especially bonkers. I mean, it still has lots of stuff, of course, but with Academy, you'd go a little more Hogwarts. I mean, basically the deck composition looks exactly the same, but you probably need more like regular villages and things. Overlord, of course, has the nice number of nice things here between the just a decent 5 targets and then the acting troop thing. But you do need I mean, this just straight Overlord opening is not crazy. There is no trashing though, so you're gonna need a bunch of Rangers. and or panics. And giant is potentially annoying. Kind of depends how fast you can play them, but there's not, the opening is tough. There's not good openers. I mean, with the exception of Overlord, which is just kind of okay. I don't know. This is not clear to me. It's not clear to me that you skip silver on the opening. Like silver seems potentially good. I don't really like guide at all. But it's just me. I think I'm gonna not take the debt. Okay, this is, well, you can't do anything about it, right? So no reason to be too upset about it. But my Overlord, my single opening missed. Lost Stories don't actually seem super good to me. Versus, I mean, this is basically, you could buy an Overlord. I mean, they're okay. I'm not in love with that play, but I had 6, I'd probably go Ranger Haven. 5, I am thinking of just a panic. I do think I need Rangers though, for sure. Sam's loving the hostelries. I don't know. I'm not really about it, but this is probably a pretty good shuffle to trigger. Here I do have 8 and 2 buys. There'll probably come a point where I just will want to do an Overlord for a acting troop, just for a little bit of safety. This is such a funny, Like we spend so much time just like playing. We're not really like moving that fast. I could have done this guy as the Overlord as a ranger, and I did think about it, but I'll try to buy the rest of the rangers this turn if I have a good turn. How do I order this? Cool. Very cool. I'm all about it. So this can be horse or it can be... Oh, no, it's got to be... I was going to say this could... I want to get 12, right? So I need to get a paddock or do a paddock play. We could even take another Overlord. Have pretty good buy threat. I mean, everybody's gonna have decent buy threat if they can draw, but I think a fleet at some point will be probably pretty good. Well, of course it'll be pretty good, but I think my question is whether I have enough draw to do festivals over hostelries, or whether that's a little greedy. And then the other question is, do I start trying to giant them? There's also going to be some flex on the end as far as reshuffle and stuff. So we can change a little bit of this at the end for sure. I wouldn't mind having some real hostleries. So like acting troop is, or Overlord acting troop is pretty... It's just a better village. I mean, it costs you draw, but it's just a lot better village. Or wait. I'm getting confused by my actions. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate that. Um. Okay. The answer is they should have just been acting troops because I have way more draw than payload at the moment. That was my final conclusion here. The last card's a copper. Can get to 12. This was not that good of a turn, actually. I kind of botched it. I mean, I'm basically paying for the Overlord I bought last turn, in essence. Actually, we should just get the... festival. What should I buy? Maybe a giant. Maybe should have been giant. Yeah, we gotta start doing giant stuff. I think. That should have been a giant over a festival, I believe, but whatever. And they're getting paddocks, which are cool. This next turn, well, I don't know exactly what'll happen, but it's a lot of horses. They're gonna like double province fleet. I may have let Sam get a little bit caught up in a head. I don't know. We'll find out. Think a little bit. We're gonna get oh, the Rangers already flipped. Oh, it's wait. Let me see how I want to do this. This is like either a duchy or like a paddock or something. They have a lot of horses. You can do like multiple giant hits. The giant hits could be swingy on the end of this for sure. I guess if you trigger a shuffle, like if Sam triggers a shuffle, Sam can be protected from a giant hit hitting anything but horse, which is you know, probably not too bad. Sam can trigger shuffle. Yeah, so like now my giants swing and don't really do anything. Sam maybe, I don't know how many actions they have. I was gonna say they may be going with like double giant swing here, but I don't know that they have that many actions. Okay, so I got the good flip there. Okay. They did $24, which is, you know, I mean, 5 provinces is nice. I don't know if the next turn they can get to 25 all that easily. That's kind of the question. I mean, if they can, I mean, I don't have any choice here other than to go for, I mean, I guess I could try and buy all the duchies, but I don't have $35. But, I mean, that would be the thing, I guess, that I could attempt to do, is to buy a bunch of the duchies. So maybe then Sam buys a bunch of the estates while provincing. I don't know. I mean, obviously I have to try and buy a bunch of the duchies, like, I guess emptying them would be pretty bad, because that would open up a lot more options as far as village stuff for Sam. Like, Sam's clearly gonna draw a deck. I wonder if Sam should have bought a copper. I mean, they have other ways of upping their money. I think even like 4 duchies though, it's just gonna be too many points. I think I'm probably checkmated here. I think, yeah, it was just that one overlord I got was pretty bad, I think, and then maybe I was just too greedy on rangers. I thought they were kind of key, but it could have been a bad buy, set of bad buys. Because the following turns, I didn't do a whole lot, to be honest. There's no way for me to kind of like evaporate the points and get to like half. I mean, even if these are all, well, I don't have buys then if I don't do that, so that won't work. Yeah, it's just a problem. I could have gone, I mean, I don't know. I think I was ahead. I guess maybe I could have just be wrong that I wasn't really ahead. That's possible too. Of course, now this is just potentially totally stopped. Unless we find another ranger. Overlords' hostelry is surely not. I mean, we could go giant into ranger activation, I suppose. I don't know what that does exactly, but I could do it. Yeah, this is the problem. I say this is the problem like it's one thing rather than a whole bunch of issues. I didn't even make very much money here. The giant swing is only for cash, but it doesn't help me. Like, trash horse doesn't matter. And I only have 22. So I just lose. I mean, I guess I can play to see if Sam... I don't know, struggles to hit up. I don't know, it doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't think there's like... I don't think I get rescued. I mean, maybe there's like some really nightmarish draw, but I think it's pretty unlikely. They're probably able to just buy out the rest of the good points, in all honesty. They should have $23 pretty easily. Well, I mean, it's not that easy, but they can get there, I think. But anyway, even just buying the province and duchy or province 2 duchies is just way too many points. That was interesting. I mean, I guess I can stick it around to the end. It's not going to be that long, but those were pretty cool games. This one, I'd have to go look at the buys closely, but I don't think it's really in the cards. I gotta see if I can get it. No, I mean it was more than half points. It was technically not because of the because of Giant, but it was effectively 100%. I could have played the Hostel. I guess I could have played the Overlord's Hostel scene. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all later.